This is day 13 of telling your stories of CPS Fails until something changes. This story says, I was the 8th person to call in this family. The family was a dad, a stepmom, their 2 young kids, a 14-year-old, only the dads, and they also had a stepmom's siblings living with them also. I called after the 14-year-old became pregnant and found out that the father of the child was the stepmom's brother. He had assaulted her and convinced her that they were then in a relationship. The stepmom saw no issues with this, except she and the father were telling the 14-year-old not to tell her mother until after custody court for the 14-year-old was over. They didn't want it used as leverage against them. The 14-year-old showed pictures, proof of the assault, physical abuse, mental and emotional abuse, several neglect and deplorable living conditions. The younger children were forced to sleep in a room full of animal feces. No children were provided dental or mental care aside from the therapist who also reported the abuse. The stepmother is abusing drugs, giving drugs to 2 of the teens, would not allow the children clean clothes or soap for their bodies. While she had used bath soap and body works, they were allowed to use the dish soap for a shower. They did not buy groceries and instead sold the food stamps. CPS went to their home 8 times in 1 year with not only proof of the accusations, but proof that the parents admitted to the accusations, and CPS closed the case yet again. Now, the stepmother continues to harass the 14-year-old who is in her mother's custody now and has gone no contact with all family members on that side. It's hard to trust a system that will allow all of this and not help these kids, the youngest child only being 5 years old. That's insane! There's proof, there's pictures, there's an obvious pregnancy that's obvious evidence of rape, and all these things going on, and CPS isn't intervening or helping or, oh my goodness.